Excuse me, Fairy. I hate to interrupt your important meeting with the tool.
All I can say is you're lucky I'm a kind man.
You've been a grump ever since we put you together again.
You goof up a lot.
We've been going non-stop, and I need a little break.
I love you, Mom. As a fellow artist, I share his pain.
Oh, brother.
Tools may work till the setting sun, but a fairy's work is never done. How about I meet you all at the magical forest?
Roll the film, Luna! Roll the film, Luna! Roll the film, Luna!
You know, I don't know anybody who does that as well as you do.
I love
Motion pictures are so exciting, don't you think?
No one can see past your fat head.
Those are my jujubes.
Geppetto's Secret is a prequel to the story Pinocchio. The Blue Fairy brings a small group of tools to life. And these tools travel through time and do good deeds for people in need. You know, it's a modern day fairy tale. In Geppetto's Secret, the magic tools are getting their next assignment.
So what's our mission?
And this assignment is to help poor Geppetto find a son.
Geppetto needs a son.
I'd make a good son.
No, you're gonna carve him a son out of wood from the magical forest.
Cool.
They go to the magic forest to get a piece of magic wood to deliver to Geppetto's doorstep so he can create a boy named Pinocchio. What they discover is that the wood has been stolen by the bad guy. So it's almost like your typical, you know, good guys versus bad guys, you know, with the chase scene and with the drama.
Do you think she's ever gonna get better?
Of course she is. She's just very weak.
And with the antics that go along with it. The script was brought to me originally through Angelo Panetta, the audio director.
And I had suggested a friend of mine that I had worked with for 10 years, Mark Schimmel, mostly because I felt he was a great storyteller and he has a background in animation and art and graphics, so I thought he would be a good choice.
Jaime Hidalgo, Jim Taylor basically created this idea of magic tools. What they did is they took this idea and they brought it to two exceptionally gifted writers, Jill Gorey and Barbara Herndon. And Jill and Barbara are credited with Rugrats in Paris, and on Nickelodeon they did Wild Thornberrys. Of course, after reading the script, I knew I had to be a part of this project. I mean, it was the craziest, most creative, most original piece I had ever read. And I said to myself, oh my gosh, how are these guys going to translate these words into animation? This is good. Show me tools. Tools. You know? Long, funny hat, fill up, sleeve. Before the story reel was developed, Angelo Panetta and his team had recorded all of the voice work.
Because of my background in radio drama, I was able to work out a system by which I could record talent separately and then come back to my studio and edit them as if they were all together.
Good morning, Mr. Snape.
You're early. Late.
The sign wasn't due until tomorrow.
And such shoddy work.
But
All I can say is you're lucky I'm a kind man.
so this is less than half of the price we agreed on.
Then the next step was for me to put in minimal amounts of sound effects and music so that we could get the emotional content of the story across in an audio movie.
Good morning, Mr. Snape.
You're late. Don't you know time is money?
But the sign wasn't due until tomorrow.
And such shoddy work.
But
all I can say is you're lucky I'm a kind man.
Sir, this is less than half the price we agreed on.
Well, take it or leave it, old man, 'cause that's all you're getting.
What I was able to do was to start working with the artist to design shots that, you know, basically played off of the emotions and the sounds and the feelings that all the actors had already created.
My job on this film is to integrate the voices, sound effects, songs, and music. And this is important because usually these things come from different departments. And because I can record the voices, edit the voices, score the music, choose the songs, I have a very unique position in being able to make sure all of these elements fit right at the time where they're being created. And I think this is a really important feature because it not only does it cut down on time, but it makes the output of the sound very homogeneous.
It looks easy from the outside. We're watching from the dining room. Were we half-baked? Are we refried? Did we bite off more than we can chew?
One of the three songs is actually performed by the characters in the movie. The cricket and Aaron the pump actually sing a duet, and it's actually one of the more fun songs in the movie, and we get to actually see them dance and interact together. And that was a really difficult one to sort of get together because it actually meant that the characters were going to have to sing it and then the animators were going to have to animate it.
Magic tool. Oh, same difference. Who can fix a flat like that? Who's got air to spare?
You gotta pump it up when you're feeling just a little bit flat.
Once we had the audio, I needed to get the right animation done. So what I did is brought together a whole array of actors. A circus performer, professional dancers, professional stage actors, people who have been in really great productions. In the animation, he does the splits.
I can do that too.
So,
like that jump in the split thing? I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot that was on it. No. I mean, you do sideways with the one leg, but I can do that whole like jump down with the split.
Yeah, I mean, just the motion is really good. So here's the song. It's open to your interpretation. Let's see what you got.
Beautiful.
I think it's important to have songs in a movie like this because they do something that other kinds of music can't do. They're able to bring an emotion and a fun and an entertaining quality to the piece that can't be brought any other way. We've been able to take an incredibly ambitious project with limited players, with limited funds, and we've been able to make something really spectacular. Armin came to me to talk about the voice casting. My first decision was that I wanted to work with Hollywood stars.
Hey, fine with me if you don't want to help a lonely guy who lost his wife and kid in an accident. Hey, fine with me if you don't want to help a lonely guy who lost his wife and kid in an accident. Hey, fine with me if you don't want to help a lonely guy who lost his wife and kid in an accident.
Okay, great. Let's take that last one and do exactly that last one you just did, and a little faster.
Uh-huh.
And we're rolling.
Hey, fine with me if you don't want to help a lonely guy who lost his wife and kid in an accident.
Not only because they're great actors, but because they would bring a richness to this project that I think would rise it a notch above most of the other projects that are at this level. We were able to get a great cast. Tom Bosley, Eric Roberts, Renee Aubergenois, Armin Shimerman, Claudia Christian. I had relationships with some of them beforehand, but they were happy to work on the project because the script was great, the early animation was great, and they had so much fun doing it that I'm sure that they'd be more than happy to come back on any project that this company did again. With 3D animation, with computers, you know, the whole game has changed. You know, to me, animation was always something you could never do in live action. And today, you can actually do anything in live action. So
what I felt was that we really had to challenge ourselves. My goal was always not to make a cartoon, but to make a movie. To create distinctive shots, to place the camera in distinctive places, to try to, create relationships through the composition of the frame.
Besides, you're not a jackhammer either.
Yeah, Jack, your name should be Claudia. All right, everybody, stop arguing.
My ambition is just to tell the best story I possibly can, to be truthful to the script, to be truthful to the characters, to create something that really looks different, feels different, and is different from anything else out there.
That was beautiful, man.